Oh, we got it's been so long since I've been on StreamYard. They've got beta stuff on it now. What's up, AJ? That was some very beautiful eyes you painted. You like those better, or you like the ones you like the ones from the old days? Do you look at the new eyes and say, "Man, I wish these look like the old ones"? Burning up? No, I'm always cold, bro. I'm always cold. You take my temperature, it's like 95. It's like whenever we're like checking the kids' temperatures when everybody's sick. It's like, let's check the bean, which will be like 96, 97. Everybody else will be there. Let's check Dada's. 95.8. It's weird. My oral thermometer is normal, but like my forehead's always cold. This is actually a not a thick boy flannel. It's pretty light. I realized that I like flannel shirts a lot. So I went down a little mini wormhole about summer flannel because I don't wear undershirts. So I like the feel of flannel on my bare flesh. So I said, do they make like extra thin, like damn near sheer? Don't steal that color, AJ. Damn near sheer. Is that going to be the Tacklecraft version? The shot at AJ? Damn near sheer. That's pretty funny. Sorry, that amused me. But if they made like really thin flannel that you could wear in the summertime, turns out there are people that do it. Damn near sheer. That's funny. Just got home from a father-son Banks beating trip. Me and my older brother skunked. The old man caught a 4-pounder on a drop shot. That's pretty awesome. So it wasn't, you weren't the father, Bobby. You were the son this time. That's cool. Not with your children. You were the student. And the old man showed up and spanked that hiney with the drop shot. Go figure. Go figure. AJ, you painting anything cool? The Bandit was beautiful. What's that color called? That would I would potentially throw something that looked like that. It was a fishy looking color. Natty Light. Man, Bandit's really on top of their color names these days. What is going on? Morgan, when you start Durbin it up, I'm ready for some East Oklahoma, West Arkansas tourney reports. Sam, you're skunking as we speak. What have you tried? AJ, where do you go to pour plug knockers? Are you like walking to your neighbor's house? Are you walking to your basement? Or are you driving to the lead department? Sam, take a play out of Bobby Boss's dad's book. Throw the damn drop shot, get you a bite, get the juices flowing. Get the juices flowing. Get the drop shot out. My father had the wisdom to go finesse me, and my brother couldn't put down the power sticks. Yeah, it's funny how that works. My grandfather was very similar in the fact that I'd have as a child, I'd go visit him and my grandmother, and daycare was, we'd get in this old Datsun truck and we go to these ponds, and I would have all my new Bill Dance lures. Excalibur was big at the time, I remember. Had a few Excalibur things. I had the Ghost Minnow, and the tube was popular. I had some Lucky Strike tubes that were like blue and pearl white, and had some of those with the Eagle Claw HP hook. That was my combo. The only problem was they didn't make I had these like micro tubes, and I couldn't find a hook small enough. One of the HP Shaw Grigsby hooks, I couldn't find one small enough to fit the tube. I just bought hook. I wasn't trying to really fit the tube. I just bought what I thought would be appropriate. So I basically had a little bitty tube with like a 4/0 hook in it, which looked kind of wonky, but I tried it and it worked. It was deadly on Clearwater pond bass. In the one pond I'm talking about, we'd pull up. Grandfather would go wander around in the woods. I'd fish, and it had a little shitty looking dock. And you could get on the dock, and then you could see out across the pond, and the water was so clear and shallow you could see the fish swimming around. So I would just stand there on that dock and just throw at fish all day. So grandfather got done walking, sit in the truck, prop his feet up out of the truck, take a nap, go right up the road, do whatever. He'd fish. But to your point, Bobby, Pee-wee would show up when he decided to fish. He'd pull out this little 16th ounce grub head, jig head with a curly tail grub on it, on a Zebco 33, and just swim that grub. Dude, he would spank that ass on that thing. He'd catch everything. Brim, bass, crappie, didn't matter. And I'm out there trying to use my Bill Dance lure because it's new and Bill Dance told me to buy it. And yeah, turns out all you need is an 1/8 ounce grub, 16th. AJ, how ugly was the spinnerbait? I'm going to dip a tail in garlic chartreuse, let it soak. There you go. What's up, Brian? We're living. We're live. Just got a notification of Lucky Crafts painted by a random finger painter is coming today. That's exciting, Anthony. Thank you for your order. Hopefully you get to catch some nice bass on there. Dustin, it's been a week, bro. It has been a week. I won't get into actually it's been a 2 weeks. I won't get into the gory details, but yeah. The old painter dude is beat down. Beat down. Same one from December. Not good. What'd you lose it on? Stump or a big old bass? I hadn't heard a good big old bass broke my line story lately. feel like those are like a thing of the past. Haven't bought a spinning neck. No, I do have a guitar here though. Oh, this is my supposed to look like that, but I took this off because I want to cut a clear pick guard for it and get rid of that whatever one. I want to get a clear one for this thing. The reason I want a clear one is because I want to paint it. I'm going to do I want to try to do tortoiseshell, but transparent tortoiseshell. So what do we got here? Try to get too deep in brush. What did Dustin say? What did I miss Dustin's color? Got my first derby. You followed this weekend, going in blind. You'll do fine. So, but I needed I had a bunch of guitars at home, and I didn't have one here, so I brought this one. I heard I was trying to make up a little something, and I came up with this. I thought it sounded pretty good. What do y'all think? The Forbidden Riff seems way out of tune. Bunch of tackle collecting has been fisherman. Here's something that grinds my gears. Let's hear it. First, a nice day up here in Mass. Finally can open up the windows, but the next door neighbor says, beautiful day to burn a huge pile of leaves. Oh, I thought you were about to say a huge pile of marijuana. The neighbor said it's a great day to burn a huge pile of meth. Paint what a trout. Planting onions, that sounds nice. Green onions? Vidalia onions? Red onions? What flavor? The pick guard. PVC. I don't want a trout guitar. I like to keep music and fish separate. Those are two different things. I don't like to cross those streams. I love an onion. You got a crybaby? Oh, yeah, I've got one somewhere. Not here. That was very, very early on purchase. You can't be a a 12-year-old guitar player without wanting a wah-wah. I didn't get the Crybaby, though. I got the Jimi Hendrix wah, also by Dunlop. I think it was a piece of shit. The button didn't work. What's up, Jeremy? Dustin, I don't mind fish-themed music. I don't like fish-themed instruments. Like when all those guys make, like Kevin Van Dam, like a bass guitar or things like that. I mean, you could probably, I don't know. If you really tried hard enough, you could probably make a BBC, you could probably make a trouty looking pick guard look pretty cool. That's just not something I would want to have to look at every day. Because I love tortoiseshell. Just about every guitar I have has a tortoiseshell pickguard on it. It's my favorite. This old shitty amp down here has a tremolo on it. It sounds. If you want to hear a wild sound, let's see. If you're into wild sounds, I can accommodate you. Let's see here. I think I need to do this. All right. Good enough. All right. Let's see here. What's up, Rich? I don't know how loud this is going to be. Where's my volume? Uh-oh. I'm not getting any volume. Well, I have this rig backwards. Hold your ears. All right. So this is a like mid 60s Univox 112 amplifier plugged into a early 90s Dunlop red fuzz face. Is that too loud? Is that loud? Perfect. All right, now listen when you turn the tremolo on. We're back, Travis. Enough of that. Enough of that. We'll do it again one day. Throwing their briefs at you. I think those are the those are the old days. Anthony, I've been watching a bunch of so I didn't realize what a weird love triangle George Harrison and Eric Clapton had. So George Harrison married this chick, and then Eric Clapton was like, I want to marry you. Divorce George Harrison, leave George Harrison, come be with me. So then she's like, okay. Doesn't do it, and then eventually breaks, goes and marries Eric Clapton. He writes Layla. And then she like has some friend over, and then EC's over there getting fresh with the friend, hammered drunk. And he's like, I love this chick now. It's like, you tried to woo George Harrison's wife away from him. Get the girl. And then you're just like sitting on your couch with one of her friends, and you're like, yeah, she's the one now. Patty, yes. So I was dicking around in here putting fins on a Hinkle, listening to like all these like old rock star stories. I was like, man, what an awful like existence. Like yeah, they're rock stars, but like all the drama and just like shit that they had to deal with. They didn't have to, but that they created, like on top of like the booze and the drugs and all this kind of stuff, and like flying around and never having like a home. It was weird. I was the wrong. That I know it's wild, Jeremy. It'll definitely never be like that again. It'll never be. I mean, even like the groupie thing will never be the same, because now you can't do anything without somebody sticking a camera in your face. So those days are long gone. Brian, I think I remember hearing something about that. I think that sounds right. And buddies forever, yeah, they're still like that. I think they were, friends still. George passed away. They mended their relationship, but there was other people that had similar stories where they were just like passing around people. Like if you want to get into Lindsey Buckingham and Stevie Nicks, like the whole Fleetwood Mac, they all had weird kind of, wouldn't call it incestual, but sort of inside the band. Wild times to be a rock star. Wild times to be a rock star. I wouldn't want to be a rock star now. This seems kind of lame. I think the 90s are about the last time you'd want to be a rock star. I don't know. Would any of y'all want to be rock stars at this point in time? I wouldn't. I think it'd be. Did Ozzy cheat on Sharon? See, he seems like the type that everybody would think he was just like a maniac and like he would remain faithful. But I don't know. I don't know that any rock star ever remained faithful. I don't think it's possible. Yeah, there's that, Travis. There's that part. There's that part. I guess that changed things a little bit. Probably not seeing as many rock stars at career day after that. They don't set up the booth anymore. They don't set up the table anymore for rock star. "15 minutes of fame." Jeremy, it doesn't seem like it's too hard to get these days, bro. You could do something dumb and end up on the internet. Just go. I get so mad at like viral content now. It makes me angry. Especially, I'll tell you the ones that really grind my gears. It's when there's like a husband, wife, girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever type video, and like the wife is like in her living room, let's say, and she's standing over a white couch with white carpet, and she's standing on a ladder with no drop cloth, no nothing, and like a roller tray on top of the thing, on top of the ladder, and she's up there painting her wall. And then the husband like sneaks in, and it's supposed to be like a security camera. And he's like, "Hey, what are you doing?" She's like, "Oh," and like falls off the thing and like throws paint all over the room. Dude, I cannot tell you the rage I feel when I get thrown one of those videos. You know, when you're like swiping up and then you see it, and you're like, Brian, I mean, not to like defend their behavior, but if you like, given their situation, what else would you do? You know what I mean? There's like so much downtime, and you're always like going and coming in bars, and like if you are about to do sound check and it's like beautiful day in Austin, Texas, nice summer, and you're about to do sound check at some like outside show, I mean, a beer sounds pretty nice. You know what I mean? Just like drink a beer before the sound check and get out there in the nice hot Texas air. And then you go to the next show and it's like, you know, that beer was pretty good. It's very easy to understand how all those guys were raging booze hounds because they didn't have anything else to do. Pass the time. But I don't know. I love reading old, like, rock star from the road stories. I didn't realize there's so many books out now that I'd missed out on. A lot of people have written books, like rock star books. Apparently, it's the new thing. I don't know. Anybody been fishing yet? Where's Darius? I want to hear the report from what he thought about the Kentucky Lake tournament they just had, the Open, or whatever it was. we've got a tournament coming up down here called the Boat Show, and it's a 2-day tournament. I was going to fish it with Keith, try and get another big check, but having the Beans birthday party. Having the Beans birthday party. Mick Fleetwood's book is good. I can see that. I could see Mick having a good book. Mick Fleetwood to me always had Ray Manzarek vibes. I feel like they kind of had that same kind of personality. In the rock star era, you much rather be Rick Clunn. Yeah. I don't know. Heard some stories about old Clunn during that era. He might have had some rock star tendencies. I'm trying to think who seemed like. Has there ever been? Is Ike the closest thing that bass fishing's ever had to like a rock star that like partied? You know what I mean? Like somebody that was having fun. I'm trying to think of anybody from the 80s, 90s that looked like they were just like living it up, like partying. That was like fun to hang out with. Anthony would just be out in the woods doing peyote with the coyotes, hiding from everybody. Fishburne, yeah, he seems like he could party. Seems like he could party. Fish seems like he would be into the candy, the nose candy. I couldn't imagine. Jason Quinn, yeah, I think he liked it a little too much too. Stories of John Murray, sweet John Murray. No, take it back, Anthony. Take it back, dude. Mike Long, probably. I've been dreading doing this. Oh, I got some. Painted some wiggle warts for a feller. Painted some wiggle warts for a feller. They turned out pretty sexy, I must say. Look at that little nugget. With that color, I did a dark one. Did a bone and pink with black. That won't catch them. And we did like a natural kind of simple crawl type thing. This is the sexiest one. That is the sexiest one. Then there's another red one, I thought. Yeah, maybe it's that one. But that was fun getting to paint some old wiggle warts. Skeet. Hold on, I missed some Rockstar Fisherman. Skeet could party. Yeah, was he really a stripper? Daryl, was that a joke, Robert Hamilton? I think we all know Robert liked to party. I think we all know Bob Hamilton used to party with a different crowd. Hey, Bob. Hey, Robert. You gonna go drink some beers? No. You got any meth? Nope. Okay, I'm out. Shrooms in the Adirondack Mountains. Sounds scenic. Am I leaving home anytime soon? Next week? Serious hang cranking question. Am I the only one still cranking with six? Am I cranking thing going to a 7 year? Oh, I think Dustin. I don't think 7-1 would throw you off too bad. The only thing that might throw you off is if you throw close to something and when you crank down that first time, it'll probably shoot down a little harder than you're used to and a little faster. But besides that, I don't think you'll notice anything shallow cranking. I crank with a 7-1 and a 6-1, but I don't think you'll miss too much. I feel like there's like a happy medium there. Because to me, the worst is feeling like you can't catch up to your crankbait. Like when you have like a slow gear ratio and you're trying to like move it and you just like can't catch up with it. That's kind of what that's kind of how I feel with those Macbeths. They kind of run like that. But Travis, that really shocked me that Christie got on, or he made like a Facebook post and said, like hell of a spinnerbait bite or something. It's like, no way. But yeah, I guess we don't get to watch. Surely he'll have a camera on his, not a camera, but he would run his own GoPro, right? Like at the level Jason Christie is, I would think he has a GoPro that he runs. So he should have his own footage that he could release. I mean, that should be pretty standard for all those guys now, right? What bait was he throwing? He has GoPro, but not sure if it captured everything. That sucks. Yeah, and he doesn't strike me as the type of guy that's going to like publish the video and like walk you through what was happening. Travis, are you coming down to Fort Worth next week? Anthony, have you ever read Bass Wars? If you haven't, you should. It dives into a little bit of the degenerative side of fishing, and I can tell you some stories that aren't mine to tell. I could not tell them, but fishing definitely has a degenerative side. Come on, Stearman. Come on down. Come on down. Hang with Painter Dude. Anybody else going? I don't think we're going to have a camper classic party, BBC. I don't think there's enough campers. I don't know who all will have. I don't know who all will be there. Last year was your year, Grand Lake. Why don't they do I guess because I'd like to see them do a like an Ozarks classic. No forward facing. That would be, I think that would be a good one. I guess you run the risk of ice, maybe? No? I don't know. Won't be me, Dustin, because I won't be going because I can't afford that. I don't need to be giving my money away. Come on, Mason. Be in Colorado, sipping wine, chasing snow bunnies around the slopes, living the life. Living the damn life. I asked the Messiah if he was going to be there. He was like, no, why? I don't know. Figured something you might be interested in. He's like, do I need to? So, no, but if you were, I was going to shake your hand, say hello. He's like, oh, no, I won't be there. Okay. Just seeing. Just seeing if I could maybe get an autograph from the Messiah. Hella's going. Yeah, he said he booked his flight. I'll get there on Thursday, and I leave Monday. It's a long trip. I should have scheduled it to leave Sunday. I don't think I can change my flight now, but I don't want to be gone that long. I'd like to be home Sunday. Travis, I'd like to see February in the Ozarks. Make it a month earlier. Make it a month colder. That'd be pretty sweet. Oh, the endless flow. Back to framing. Adios. I have to get on it. I probably have to get off of here in a minute too because I need to put on a mask so I can protect the sinuses from dust. I don't really enjoy talking in a mask, but who else? I know Kitchen Lunkers will be there because he lives there. Who else? 5 lakes in the country with the infrastructure to hold a classic. I don't believe that, Dustin. I think they tell us lots of lies. Like have they put out a number for Bass memberships lately? I wonder if they're still holding strong at the 50-year 500,000 average. Crankbait menu. I have to get these done. I have some birdsies though. Let's see what we got here. This looks like a mid diving SB1 and some more DTs. That looks like the 8. That looks like the 8. And then there's some of those the ones I caught them on in the tournament. The sweet potato, some of those. He did those up. So the Risto mod. Risto mod DT8. The some of these things. I don't know what those are. Those might be for Builder Dude or somebody else. I don't know. What else? That kind of stuff. Matt Robertson, yeah, he probably goes pretty hard. Speaking of, how y'all liking Pat infiltrating Bassmaster? I don't know, Burns. Those were the DT8s had this. There's a bag of these in there. I don't know if those are for me or for somebody else. It's like a SB1 medium diver. But some of them have rattles and some of them don't, so I don't know what those are. What's up, Little Rich? Hope all is well. We're holding it down. How many? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. It was 6 rattling, 6 non-rattling, and then the DTs were in there. Ooh, good find, Dustin. I've seen that video. I know I have. I don't remember that, though. That would have stuck out. Now, that should have stuck out. The fact that I let that one slip by, I feel like a total greenhorn. Might be classified, BBC. Can't be asking questions like that. It's like asking the BBC. Never mind. Which Ken? Duke? Or is there another talking Ken on there? Caught the end of smallmouth crush while dropping the time off at daycare. Eric signed off with a big FE to Travis. Oh, it's another one of those. It's a dramatic end. I think Chaz will be coming later, but with $10 bills. Go get back on your nap, Matt. I didn't catch anything last night. and I saw a clip from last night, and I guess it had the what are those dudes? What's that bait company? Great Lakes Finesse. Those two gentlemen were on there. And I really can't get into them. Like, I know it's like it's a promo deal, but I don't want to sit there for an infomercial. Last bad. The comments were absolutely savage. Beyond savagery. I caught the replay. Ken and BTC. Oh, Bass After Dark. Ken and BTC had you say slow it down, keyboard warriors. Guys, you mean they were so bad that you like even the comment king was like, whoa, these are out of control. These are out of control. They said the 400 spinning rod has to be built in China because in America it would be a $1,200 rod. Aggressive average anglers. Birds, country. They make great baits, but listening to the podcast on Finesse Face is like watching paint dry. Yeah, I don't know. I just don't. I don't get too excited listening to that stuff. It would probably help if I were really eaten up with smallmouth enthusiasm, but I'm not. I'm like most people, though. I'm eaten up with just good old fashioned entertainment. Make me a bicycle, clown. Maybe I'll give them another chance, see if they told me good stories. Shit was rugged. Yeah. All you got to do if you want something is ask the internet, and they will provide. They are the great provider. Sam, you threw in some. Did you get a slap on the wrist? What was the topic that got everybody so heated? Now I'm gonna have to get off of here and go watch this. Sam was flaming up the comment section. Correct, BBC. They're just there to sell. They're just there to talk about their product and get people informed about it, not have a good conversation. Yeah, now I'm gonna have to go check this out. You're shaking your head on Kentucky Lake Open practice videos. Are there lots of those? I wonder if I can. Where's my phone? Let's look it up. Huh. I don't get all these text messages and I don't even know it. Darius snagged a nice small alien DT8 call. Where was that? I didn't see that one yet. I saw the one he caught on the Killer Bee. Let's see. Bass After Dark. I've seen a couple. Everyone knows it's cold. Ain't going to be one of the ones with the next step in this ranking gravel blanks. He's a man after Darius's own heart. Bass After Dark. Should you practice for a tournament? Would that be the one? And they've got Allen Iverson in the thumbnail. Interesting choice. Interesting choice. Just a second. Does Ken always have a mustache? He always has a mustache? He really looks like a scumbag with a mustache. I like Ken, but he looks... Two weeks ago, I mentioned someone having stepmom night shift manager at Walmart look. Let's see here. The first comment is very polite. This is why this is the best fishing podcast. A topic that doesn't relate to me, and it's still an outstanding show. What a suck ass. Tim, come on, bro. I thought this is where the flames were. I thought y'all were supposed to be heartless. Hope Drew Gill is a regular guest. Everybody says Drew Gill can't catch him. Everybody says Drew Gill is nothing without forward facing. I know I'm late. But Ken's mustache and Brian's cute blue hoodie are an inside view of a street cleaner. When is Travis Manson coming on? Not sure when Travis might be on next, but he was a guest on Bass After Dark. That's interesting. Travis has a fan that's looking. For the competition at the Classic, come on. That shouldn't even qualify. You talking about the John Cruz mustache missile baits competition? I feel like there should be a clause in there in very fine print that says you should have had it's mandatory that you had a mustache 6 months prior to the competition. Not just say, oh, I'm going to grow a mustache tomorrow. Managed to catch three fish. That's all he needed. Oh, I guess they didn't, Jeremy. Apparently, they didn't republish the live feed comments because they were too hot. Sam, was that you that got in trouble a couple weeks ago talking about the old fat guy in his bed with the sheets pulled back? Oh. Zaldain was putting out bold predictions for himself or the field. Sam, did you wish you made the sheet comment? Were you like, damn, that was a good one? Kim with that mustache looks like a hospice patient who enjoyed a chocolate pudding prior to the sink bath and pan change. I was kind of that's kind of where my head was going. That's kind of where, like, he looked kind of sickly. Yeah, I didn't think it was his best look. But pretty accurate, Anthony. Oh, it was, I forget, Burns. It's where So he like hammered them with forward facing, and then in the period where he couldn't use it, he just needed to catch like a couple, and he managed to catch a couple, like actually just fishing 25 plus a day. So 75 pounds over 3 days. We don't have competition with food looks like with BPT. It's who outsmarts the next. Yeah, that's cool. I think it's kind of cool. It's kind of it kind of sucks that those guys can run up such a big lead with it, like, and not have to do anything without it. You know what I mean? The way Sean Ryan was commenting on Bass After Dark, you better watch his back. Was Sean getting saucy? Oh man, that's funny. And it's gone forever. You had to be there. I talked to Alan Bell the other day, and he says that probably won't catch anything big during the Classic. Well, I mean, it's a pretty stupid prediction. I mean, you got a 50% chance somebody's going to catch them good. You know what I mean? Like, we're talking about fish. They're probably not going to bite good. They're probably going to bite pretty good. You know what I mean? Like, it's fishing. It's either or always. Like, that's literally fishing tournaments, period. They're either good or they're bad. The mole's getting info. Moles doing mole stuff. Moles will be molds. Oh, speaking of moles, we've got a damn coyote in our neighborhood. And we don't have woods around us. BBC, you also, there's a thing I learned when I lived in Texas, and that is, what do you consider quality? So Texas, every lake in Texas has a large population of decent sized fish in it. But there's a lot of those swim bait bros. They consider a 5-pounder a dink. So you may ask one guy, oh, they're not going to catch them, because they would consider catching 5-pounders, catching 5 dinks. So it depends on what your basis of catching them is. Is there going to be a 12-pounder weigh in? Probably not. Is somebody going to catch like an 8-pounder? Probably. But it depends on what you're putting it up against. Are you putting it up against wherever? But is that lake gonna be better than the Mobile Delta? Yes. So they'll catch them. Like I said, it's just, if they catch 20 pounds a day, that's a hell of a day. If they catch 18 pounds a day, that's still awesome. If they catch 15 pounds a day, that's great too. Hell, it'd be cool to see them win with 20 pounds over 3 days, where it's really hard. That's everybody's favorite classic, the damn Pittsburgh Classic. It's denning season. Yeah, I don't know what people have been seeing them on their Ring cameras, and now there's like a witch hunt out for the coyotes because they think they might be rabid because they're out during the day. But I was wondering, I was like, what would Boo Boo do if I let Boo Boo out in the yard and Boo Boo got met with the coyote out in the yard? That'd be wild. Hell, you didn't. You can go back to conference calls. We had that coyote problem in town. I went Bravo 6 going dark and eliminated the threat, and the police showed up. They could ticket me, and no one came. That's what my wife is in a neighborhood like text message group text with all the the wives and all the Wermans in the neighborhood, and they were like, "My husband's on his golf cart right now, and he's got a firearm. If he blasts this thing, nobody call the cops on him." Which is what I was telling Amy. I was like, dude, you say that, like everybody's like, yeah, I won't do that. And then somebody catches window, get a knock on the door. Get a knock on the door from old Johnny Law. Old Johnny Law dog. Hella yes, I fly out Thursday. I should arrive at about 10:30 or 11 on Thursday. I fly out Monday. So I'm like a day off of your schedule. I think you said you're Wednesday to Sunday. I'm Thursday to Monday. Wednesday to Saturday. Oh yeah. That's what I should have done. I should have done Thursday to Sunday. But I think it was way more expensive to fly out on Sunday. Thursday I arrive AM. 10 a.m. 10:30, 11 a.m. something like that. Stay cranked. What a great line, guys. Take it easy, brother. My talents will find a trip to the municipal court. Not bad. That's not terrible. It's worth the risk. It's worth the risk. Any other campers? BBC? Pryor? Oh, JP's going to be there. I was going to ride with him, but I found a plane ticket. JP will be there. You'll be able to find him too. He'll be walking around carrying a big phallic-looking unit. He'll have his unit with him. His crank unit. BBC's going to be walking around like a little drug dealer, slinging baits out of his backpack. Oh, yeah, you want that deep diver? Come here, bro. Meet me over there by the bathroom. This one went from taking young BBC to the titter to something a whole lot worse. JP's going to get in there and say, you know, fuck this shit. Let's go down to the border. Say, JP, we ain't going to the border tonight. Come on. Come on. Get in truck. Let's go down to Brownsville. Let's go down to Browntown. See what's going on. No, thank you. Later, Little Rich. Thanks for stopping in. BBC, you went from a missile bait shelf to having a booth now? Hella, I have lots of Texas garb. Uh, I also have jorts. I don't know what the weather's going to be. If it's jort appropriate, I'll definitely wear jorts. Uh, I'll have to look at the weather and pack accordingly. Boothing with Grande Bass. BBC, you really get around town, bro. Really. Did you dump missile? That would have been nice. Did you flake missile? BBC would be in the circle jerk with the Swimbait Universe crew, possibly. In all seriousness, BBC, I didn't know Grande Bass was still a company. I thought they went belly up years ago. Is this like the revamp? Because if I remember correctly, there's a product that they used to make that I really like. You know what I'm saying, BBC? Is that the same? Well, do you have info about that product? Is that coming back? BBC would be the mayor of Browntown. Yeah, he's got that going for him. We get on there to get under the border and be like, this is the guy. BBC, the only product made by Grande Bass worth having. The one that you molded from the camper stream, bro. He's got some Grande Bass worms in that rifle I won. The big old thing, yes. Bobby knows. You know. So it looks like El Grande. Oh, different people. Okay, I was confused. I was hoping it was the same people. Grande Bass. Did they make? They made that like ringworm thing Carolina rigged. El Grande lures. Oh, what does Grande Bass make? Do they make that little tornado worm thing? It's like a ringworm. Grande Bass, El Grande lures. Too many Grandes. Pinche Grande. Uh, put a towel on his lap. Uh, that is pretty damn funny. Who else is going? Anybody? Visor Gang. Hella. How many Visor Gangers are going? I know. Catching Lunkers will be there. I know. BBC, obviously. Me. Hella. Uh, Do you have to buy 3 bags of rattlesnakes to access to BBC? Maybe. Maybe. They're the gateway. They're the gateway to get into the basement. Clay, I forgot about Clay. That'll be weird. Because he's not really Clay. Is he? That's the other weird thing. You might have somebody come up that uses an alias and introduces themselves as their government name, and not have any clue who they are. Clay's only attending Friday. Loser. Burn, see if you can catch some footage from the expo. Maybe we'll go jump in front of a camera. Say hey to Builder Dude. I didn't realize this thing had come upon us so fast. Bass Fanatic, you still have not found the squirrels? Bro. Those things can't be that hard to get. Find this man some squirrels. This is a lifelong search. I have a confession. My real last name isn't Balsa. You dweebs been, or not you dweebs? Have you guys been following the Guggen dweebs? Have you dweebs been following the Guggen dweebs? Guy sent me down a wormhole last week. Guys dropping out saying Guggen is poo-poo. In prison, the government names equals the slave name. Interesting. So I'm guessing there's lots of nicknames in prison. Ahoy! Ahoy there, motorboaters. That's a quote from the Bean had a book when she was little, well, she's still little, but when she was like a baby, somebody gave us a book about the Great Lakes. And it's called Goodnight Lake. And there's a page in that book that says, "Ahoy there, motorboaters. Hold on tight, water skier. Wow, the Great Lakes are so big. Ships even use the lights." Josh got any special tattoo stuff? Yeah, I will be painting it, and he'll have special baits. We'll have special colors, and he'll have new baits, unreleased baits, I believe. Classic only release. Hey, Dustin, did you finally sell your trolling motor? You get tired of lugging that thing around? Somebody feel bad for you and say, "Dude, I'm gonna give you a couple $100 just to hold that thing for you, so you ain't got to drag it around." I have a new 4.5-inch glide and a crank down. There you go. There you go. And then we'll have Painter Dude Customs on some some 9ers and some 7s and some bluegills. I hear you were being informed. Yeah, John Hogue kept me up to date. You said you rolled up into the last show, lugging it on your shoulder. Where's Red Crest going to be? Gunnersville. That sounds fun. Have they? Does anybody show up to Red Crest, like the shows? Do they have an expo at the Huntsville Expo? Huh. Sounds pretty sweet. Von Braun. I'd want to go up there. If I got that close, I'd want to go up there and go to like Muscle Shoals or something. See some music stuff. What else has Josh got? I think Josh said he's going to give free foot massages if for every bait you purchase. If you've been walking at the you've been walking at the expo for a while, just go buy one of Josh's baits. Get the foot massage. Use TK2 at checkout to get 4% off your total. You're like the 70s today. Oh yeah. I am. Are you? Brown Snake Saloon. When is it? When is it, Squirrel Man? I'm going to go up to this Von Braun place. I'm going to have some dude walk up to me and say, hey, man, you got any of them squirrel SPs? Bass Fanatic? Is that you? Yeah. You found any? No. No, bro. Where are they? No. I don't know, but I'm going to the boatyard to look for some. Catch you later. April. Oh, that's back to back. I don't know if I can do back to back. You know what's great, Josh? Is on top of all this shit I have to do, the Beans birthday party is this Sunday. So on top of the monument of work I have to do, I have to get ready for a birthday party. Yard, house, life, fix broken toilet seats. You know, the usual. 22 more baits to paint. BBC, you should be able to get that knocked out when you get home tonight. You should be able to knock those out this evening, clear coat them, and you will be on Easy Street. I have 3 archery meets and 2 doctor's appointments this week. Oh, yeah. How does it always happen like that? Josh, could you imagine if you'd have been done with all your shit like 3 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago, last week even? Last week would be even wilder. Josh, this man will do unspeakable things for a Jackal Squirrel DD79 SP. He's been asking for years, to no avail. He's had leads, dead end, took him nowhere. Now he's got the taste of blood in his mouth. You can almost hear. He can almost hear those Jackal Squirrels rattling in his hands. And he's thinking of all the despicable things that he would do to get them. Bobby Balsa, where's all the Jackal 79S's squirrels living? Bass Fanatic, maybe you should rent a human at the Classic, and or I could make you a t-shirt with vinyl, and I'll just put on the shirt, tell me the size, and it'll say, got Jackal Squirrel 79s? If so, call, and have your phone number on it, and this guy can just walk around the Classic Expo wearing this shirt. You'll probably get some calls. We buy junk, like one of those type shirts or advertisements. We buy squirrels. I want your squirrels. I want to put your squirrels in my hand. Don't have many. Many is the key word here. We gotta find these damn things. Oh man. I keep sanding and I keep going nowhere. That's a sexy bait. Or I wouldn't say it's a sexy bait. It's kind of goofy looking, but color's sexy. This one. This is what is this? 05. Yeah, this one could have. These baits could have spent a little extra time in the sander, or an extra couple build coats, because they've got machine lines in them. In all seriousness, though, Josh, if you have any decent ones, colored, you're willing to sell, please let me know. One color available? Who cares? Painter dudes all over the place. Everybody's a painter dude now. It's the beautiful thing about buying old shitty crankbaits that are ugly. You can walk to your gas station and meet a painter dude. Go get your hair cut. Painter dude. For next winter, these are what is this? The Z2. I have all the Z's. So if anybody's curious about the Z's, Josh sending me info. Oh yeah, bro wasn't lying. He's got them. I don't know if I should show this, Josh. I think Bass and Fanatics Dick's about to rocket through the through his blue jeans. Buttons are flying off Bass and Fanatics pants. Those are pretty sexy. Those are pretty sexy. Bass Fanatic, what are you gonna search for once you find those? What are you gonna come here looking for? You gotta have something to fill the void. Like I think it's gonna be bittersweet once you get to the end of once you find the pot of gold. Because we all know that the fun is in the hunt. Broke my skunk with a black and blue jackhammer with black and blue Crush City freeloader. So they're pretty wheelery combo. Summons your inner wheeler. How big, Sam? We talking 3-pounder? We talking Baywall coming back? I don't know, John. Thought about it. We didn't have a babysitter for the baby yesterday, so she came up here with me, and I was like, "Well, I can't really do anything while she's here. I could put up baits. I didn't. I worked on guitars. I worked on guitars, and I put fins on Hinkles and things of that nature. This was my second guitar. The old Squier Stratocaster. You got a new bridge put on it yesterday. The old one was cracked up. But these are my favorite feeling necks. The early 90s Korean Squiers. Great necks. Solid keeper. No, I'm not painting all of Josh's baits. Josh is painting the majority of his baits. I'm just painting a small handful. You name your guitar the Hog. Picking my hog, plucking my hog. Good. Strumming my hog. You could turn that Fuji's song into a hog song. Strumming my hog with this finger. No, that would not work. Oh, big rogues, like super rogues. I've been meaning to paint this one. Are you talking about these with the molded in lip super rogue, or like the ones that are this same size but don't say super rogue on them? Also Z cranks. I saw one of those. Oh yeah, I've got the special one. Yeah, they do put the goofy eyes on them. It's not a pretty shape. The eyes look dumb. The finish is beautiful. But the bait itself is pretty ugly in my opinion. I'm not a fan of those. I think they're ugly. Not the molded lip. All right. I've got quite a few of those. They had them on sale at when I was at Alabama. They had them in a John boat on clearance at Woods and Water. And that was when I was in my jumbo phase, like when everything I wanted needed to be, like all my baits needed to be oversized. Like a frog wasn't good enough. I needed to throw the King Daddy, like giant booger man buzz baits. Like everything was like gigantic. I saw those like big rogues and they were cheap. I was like, I'll buy a bunch of these. I didn't buy like Josh Heron a bunch. I bought like Painter Dude a bunch for the time. So that means I've got like 10 of them. John, no. There's no need for me to fish it. It's just going to live there. Jeremy, I would agree with that. I would rather have no eyes than those little beady plastic eyes. Yeah, Bass Fanatic, you should be able to call the Tato office and the secretary. She should know what you're talking about. Sweet person. No, that's one of those baits. It's for decor. It's a vanity bait, just so when people say, hey, anybody seen those Megabass Z things? Like, yeah, here's one. They just landed here. Somebody sent me that from Austin, buddy of mine. He's like, you like these crankbait things, don't you? I was like, yeah. He's like, I got this with a rod. I was like, okay. He's like, I'm never gonna fish it. So he gave it to me. It's a nice gift. Which would make it even more worth throwing because I didn't actually pay for it. Or I'm sure I did pay for it, just not at that moment. Those things are sweet, dude. I've painted a bunch of those, believe it or not, Jeremy. Mainly the wakes. because I think they make a diving one, but I've painted a surprising amount of those, and they're fun to paint. They're fun to paint. Uh-oh. It's like old. I wonder if you can see it. Old Ed got a little heavy-handed on this one. We got a paint run. It's not paint, it's clear coat run. I think. Let's see. Yeah, it's clear coat. It's epoxy run. K-Fish. What's happening? New people? What the hell is going on? How is that possible? K-Fish, you going to the Classic? Are you too far away? K-Fish, I also will say before you get verbally assaulted by Bass Fanatic, do you have any Jackal Squirrel 79 SPs? We got a man that's on the hunt. I know we just hit you with a lot of info, but it's rare we get new people here. I know, BBC. Our reach is out of control. You just have to talk for 2 hours, and the algorithm feels sorry for you. See, throw this guy a bone. Another sunburst, that'd be cool. They look good. They're practical for this time of year. If K-Fish subscribes, we'll be one step closer to my retirement and 500 wonderful subs. I can't believe that YouTube put me out into the world today. Glad I could be of service, Dustin. There's a company named Grassroots in Japan that's making a wake like the Megabass Gong. It looks like a balsa crank. Oh yeah. I know that bait well. I have an intimate knowledge of that bait. $4.40. Come on, K-Fish. You'll get there, bro. Just follow me. Follow me if you want to get to the top. I'll show you the ways. I'll show you the ways, bro. I'll show you the ways of living in YouTube purgatory if that's where you want to be. I like it here. I like it here in purgatory. Oh yeah. Sam, did you catch us on the ugly bait discussion? That was a good one. That was a great talk. That's for the love of the game, bro. That's me. I don't give a rat's ass about playing the YouTube game, but I love talking to everybody here, so I keep doing it. If I gain another sub in the next 6 months, cool. Don't give a shit. I'll still talk the same. I have, John. Those are the run bit is how I want to do the root. When they came out with it, I was pretty astonished. I was like, damn. That's how I envisioned the lip mold, the lip being molded. Will you do a camper live with JP during the classic at the show? Probably not, because I feel like that would be rude. But I don't know. You know what I mean? I don't want to take up JP's time. He's prepared to do his thing. Talk to his old cronies. But I don't know that I would take his time up to do a full blown live. I might I feel like maybe a little snippet here or there. What's up, JP Harrell? Is it time to go fishing yet? I'm torn on whether to try to do live from the expo. Where would you do it from? Would you just walk around? Because I feel like that would be terrible for video. I feel like you would have to be like centralized somewhere. Lithium, you get the lithium booth you could use, right? Powerhouse, yeah. But I would think that the background noise would be so loud. You have those little clip-on microphones. Trout, I hear you. Did you eat them? Did you eat those trout? That's what I would have done. You better hurry, Hella. You need those little Bluetooth mics that all the little YouTube people have. I don't know what they are. I was watching some YouTube cook. I wouldn't call him a chef. He's like an at-home cook, but he cooks really good-looking stuff. But he was going through his the stuff he uses, and he had some pretty good tips on YouTube stuff. I wasn't watching him for that. He was doing a live, and I thought he was going to be cooking, and he was just talking about his video equipment. Wonder how far that would pick up, Hella. They ate them for lunch. That's what I like to hear. Knock the damn heads off, JP. Eat their ass. Clip a mic, the rep at the booth, and keep the camera on the product. Turning gas going to Xbox and showing product for 2 seconds. John is so adamant about his comment, he made it twice. So listen up, Hella. Clip a mic on the rep and keep the camera on the product. He wants to see the product, not the rep. Valid point. I want to see what you're talking about, not the dweeb who sells it. Keep seeing guys at the expos walking around with GoPros strapped to them. Didn't think it was that riveting of stuff to capture. John, it's for all those guys that can't be there. You get that first person view, and it's kind of like walking around. Like I watched a guy at he was terrible. but it was at the East Tennessee Fishing Show, and I was like, I wonder what the East Tennessee show was like. Pulled up East Tennessee Fishing Show 2024 or 5, whenever it was. I looked it up. I think it was last year. And the guy was just like, he walked around with a camera on his chest, and he would like go to the booth and would be like, "This is Hellabass." And he'd go to the next one and he'd be like, "Hey guys, what are y'all selling?" I'm like, "Bug spray." I'm like, "Cool." And he'd go to the next one. I mean, I was kind of, I kind of liked seeing what the dude had, because it was, I guess the beauty of it is that it was non-biased. The guy didn't have, you know, nobody was paying him anything. You didn't have to listen to a pitch. He was just showing you what was there, which is all I wanted to see. I didn't want to, listen to some dude schleppy his spiel on my feed. I just wanted to, hey, this guy's painting crankbaits. Cool. Done quite a few different videos at shows, sportsman show, fly fishing show, stuff like that. You're right. It's probably K-Fish. I like that type of content where you just, like you said, you just walk around and show kind of what it's like. It's probably terrible for views, because I'm probably the huge minority in the fact that I would prefer that. But I don't know. I guess you got to get in there and make up some goofy ass thumbnail. You're just going to walk around the show. Something creative. A VR setup would maybe cost more than a plane ticket to the expo. Do some kind of VR stuff and make you think you were there. You probably could. I'm sure there's maybe at South by Southwest, Bassmaster Classic. Probably not. Won't ask what you do with it, Jeremy. I found out recently when we went to Disney that I get motion sickness. Never had it before in my life. I don't know what's changed with my vision or what, but there's a lot of rides now that are like 3D, and those really made my head hurt and like made me feel nauseous. Like the one with the blue people, whatever that ride is. I never saw the movie. It was a bunch of blue like lizard people. So I rode the blue lizard people motorcycle ride, and you like go flying through these jungles and stuff. It was awesome and it was beautiful, but it made me feel a little nauseous. But regular roller coasters, I was fine. It was just the ones that were like 3D. So we're definitely going to be passing on the 3D headsets at my house, because I don't want to deal with those things. That broke. You look in it and fix it. Might just be the FPSs of the display not syncing with your brain. Interesting. I don't know. It was weird. Yeah, just the ones that were like the lizard people, the blue lizard people ride. They that one really was intense, but definitely gave me a headache. That one was weird too because you got on this motorcycle off the sissy group, the scissor. Hayden, you coming to the classic? Man, how many of these damn things I got left? No, 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 he ain't. He ain't. Hayden, are you my fishing partner? Are you my fishing partner, Jody Crane? Is that Jody? Is that you? Is Hayden Green your alias? You might be the same person. I might have just cracked the code that Hayden doesn't actually exist. Hayden is actually Jody. The Null really sold me on that. No. The Null was the tail. Kings Island. Where's that? Never even heard of that. Is that like Dollywood? I've been known to get a little wild at Dollywood. Ride some rides. We went there as kids. Pretty cool place. Louisville. I didn't know there was one in Louisville. Hmm. Who knew? Who knew? Does Six Flags still exist? There's a broke down Six Flags on the way to Austin. I don't know if it's in Louisiana or if it's in East Texas, but it's somewhere over there. I remember driving by it. And it's just like this old broke down Six Flags. It's weird. Very odd. How many things I got left? All right, I'm gonna go pee. I have to go pee, and I'm gonna go get a mask because I can feel my nose clogging with sawdust, with sanding dust. So, if anybody watches this in the future, I'm speaking to you from the past. If you're coming to the classic, let us know in the comments. Or send me a DM privately if you don't want to share publicly. I'd like to know who all's coming. Let's check this out. Y'all like that view better? It's new from StreamYard. It's their new demo scene 2. It's pretty sweet. This one's awesome. I love the way I look in this one. I'm back. Nope. Over here. Hello. Okay. Where are we? You like that one the best, Jeremy? This one? That one's cute. That's a cute one. An Insta360 camera at the booth. Damn, bro. I forgot what I was going to say. What's BBC trying to hawk a DTK 13? So is that a DRT product? All right, y'all wheel and deal in the comments. We'll catch you at a later date. I'm gonna go continue the sand. What is this? Can you please get this today? What kind of goose chase is Amy sending me on? Modge Podge. Certainly. Okay. All right. I gotta go pick up birthday stuff. See y'all later. Adios.